Welcome everyone to the first lecture on Forex. Now, before I start with this lecture, I would like to make two notes. The first note is that some of the terminology that I'll use in the course, some beginners might not be able to understand it or would need further clarification on it, and for that reason, on words that I think that some people might not understand, I will go through it and I'll explain what it means and therefore when I refer to that terminology later on in the course, everyone will understand what it means. The second point I want to make is that for these lectures I'll be using my iPad, and I'm doing this because I think that it would be much more interactive and I can quickly get pictures and analyze it very quickly. And for those students who are taking notes, which is very advisable, it's easier for them to be taking notes while I'm writing notes myself. And further down the line, when I'm analyzing candlestick charts, it's easier for me to analyze it using my Apple Pencil. So let's get started with Forex. So what is Forex or FX? Well, the foreign exchange market is a global decentralized market for trading of currencies. So someone might ask, what does decentralized mean? Well, that means, unlike the stock exchange market, it means that the currency orders are not matched by a central exchange. Stocks and shares are normally fixed on their prices. With currency rates in the same country, there could be two competing currency rates. It also depends on your broker. Sometimes they might ask a different bid and ask price. So yeah, and I'll explain what that means later on in the course. The second point I wanted to make is that now technology is advancing. People can make trades digitally using their phones, iPads, whatever, and there's not one place where they have to meet to conduct these trades. And that obviously comes with a disadvantage that there's no overseeing authority, which means that there could be it's more likely for there to be scammers and forex brokers, which I'll explain later on, that will take advantage of you. So, but all of this will be explained later on. Let's move on to another part of Forex, which is the largest and most liquid market in the world. What a liquid market actually refers to is that the market will not be drastically changed by individual buy and sell positions. So in this market there will be lots of buyers and sellers present, and they'll be taking all their transaction and things, and it will be easy for them and it will be low cost for them. So in the Forex market, for example, when we go through live trades, you will see that you can open a position and close it within seconds without it having an effect. This is obviously different to buying a property, which is complicated and it costs a lot and it changes the position of the actual property itself. Another thing I would like to mention is that the average daily trading volume of the Forex market is the largest, exceeding $5 trillion. And in the diagram on the left, you can see how it compares to the New York Stock Exchange and the London Stock Exchange. It is huge. Now, I want to go through one example of the Forex market, and that is by showing you an example of how everyone has conducted Forex in their lifetime. So let's say, for example, someone's traveling to America from the UK, and he has £1,000 and he wants to convert that £1,000 into dollars. With, let's say he goes to the airport and the exchange rate is 1.3175. What that means is that for the £1,000 that he has, he will get in return $1,317.50. Now, theoretically, let's say he doesn't spend that money. He keeps that money, and when he returns back to London, he goes to the exchange bureau, and the exchange rate is 1.2175 instead of 1.3175. What that means is that when he converts the money he's got now, which is in dollars, into pounds, it will be $1,317.50 divided by the new exchange rate, which is 1.2175, and that gives him £1,082.14. So what that means is that he came, before he went to the America, he had £1,000. Now he's returned, he's got £1,082.14, which means that he's made a profit of £82.14. This concept is basically the foundation of forex trading, and I hope that example has roughly cleared what forex entails. Before I end this lecture, I would like to make some important notes here about forex. The first is that forex requires hard work and sacrifice. If you think that you can make lots of money within a couple of weeks, whatever, that is not going to happen, and it requires a lot more hard work than you actually think. And this is the reason why my course is so long, because I go through every strategy and I cover forex very, very in depth. So if you do this course, it would help you immensely with forex. Now, the second point I want to say is that in this course, the main things that you need to be thinking about is learning and mastering the trading strategies later on. When you master the trading strategies, you can see which trading strategies work for you. So let's say, for example, I have a full-time job. I wouldn't want to do one where I have to do 4 or 5 trades a day. It wouldn't work well with my lifestyle. If I don't work, then that sort of thing I might want to do. If I'm working a lot, I might want to do something called swing trading, which means that you conduct a trade which is long term. It might go for weeks, months, or even years. The third point I would want to make is that when you want to start off doing trading things, I advise my students to do demo trading. So what that means is that you start off with a demo account which has fake money in it, and you trade your strategies using your strategies, and you see if it's making profit, and then after you use real money. Now, the fourth point I want to make is that there is a lot to learn in this course. It's very, very, very intensive in terms of that I will cover everything in this course to make you an advanced forex trader. And the last point I want to make is that it requires vigilance in every step and intelligence. When I say in vigilance, I mean along this journey of trading forex, you'd see lots of things which could trick you, could get you emotionally worked up, and that's why you need to be as objective as possible. Sometimes you'd get some brokers, some forex brokers, which I'll explain what they mean after, who could actually take advantage of you, or scammers that could claim to have 90% win-loss ratio, which is insane and not possible. So if anyone says that they have a 90% win-loss ratio, it's definitely not true. When I say intelligence, I mean at the end of this course, if you can analyze the market, come up with a plan, a strategy, risk management, and execute that plan with objectivity, that is what you call intelligence, and you will do so well if you can do that. So that is the end of the course, the lecture. I mean, not course, lecture, and I hope to see you in the next one.